All right, we're all getting ready for the Speed group ride. Supposedly there's going to be about 100 to 150 cars coming, and they're all lining up. My daughters and a few buddies of mine headed out to the cabin before the Speed crew got there to cook hot dogs for the whole entire crew. Here comes the Wiener crew. All right, so we thought we made it without incident, but Jake
right there
had to blow a sidewall. Kids are playing, we're getting ready. There's a couple dudes that wanted to come out and beat the dust. How was the dust this morning?
What's that?
How was the dust this morning?
We didn't have any dust.
Non-existent?
Yeah, we're here.
It's gonna be like, hey, do you want some hot dog with that dust?
Yeah, we had a few just go. We went down to that parking lot and I took a look at that whole 60 or 70 cars. I said, F this, we're out. So I was like, I'm going with you. I'm like,
Oh, I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Yeah.
How's the rest of the crew?
Good. On the way here.
We made it. We got the coals going now. Already changed the tire, and it's holding. It's holding.
Fix the tire.
Fix the tire, yeah. The cook-off is on. John, Kevin, Ed, rocking the hot dogs. Gwen, Gracie, Greta. And there's a helicopter out here too. Pretty sweet, everybody's showing up. Hi, babies.
Hello.
Okay. How's the ride been so far, sweetheart?
Interesting, about to fight the seats.
Yes, because I've been here several times. I'd say this is probably the biggest group of Speeds that's ever been together at one time. About 70-ish cars. Got some Wildcats hiding back there. Brian.
Good day.
Sweeper crew.
Clean up. No cleanup yet.
No cleanup yet. It's awesome. Max made it. Max gave us some dust on our dogs. That was good. No, you could tell it was Max. You saw like a rooster tail coming through. I was like, that's either Max or Robby. Good crew. Everybody's at the Dollar Cabin, eating some hot dogs. Tyler wasn't originally on the Wiener crew, but he ended up on the Wiener crew, dude. We appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Thank you for your help.
It was fun. It was fun.
You're always there for the community.
Heck yeah, dude.
Seriously. Yeah, you're good people.
Thank you. And Robby. Robby's filming me, I'm filming him. After everybody left the Dollar Cabin, we did about a 30 or 40 mile rip and headed towards the Desert Bar restaurant near Parker, Arizona. The Desert Bar is a pretty cool hangout for off-roaders. What a wonderful place for all the Speed crew to get together and hang out, enjoy some food, music, entertainment, and some beautiful views out in the desert. My daughters enjoyed funnel cake, ice cream, steak, chicken, French fries. It was awesome. Next stop, BlueWater Casino. Speed put on a nice video for the Speed riders. The girls and I hung out in the pool and went down the water slide. Here we are, Sunday morning. Everybody had a good time yesterday. We went down the water slide at BlueWater, and everybody's getting their cars prepped this morning for Sunday's ride. So we got a sea of speed cars here. Looks like everybody made it. I am here with Steve Roberts, right?
Good morning,
Steve.
yes.
All right. So I'm kind of going over a few cars that I've noticed have done some stuff to their cars, and yours is pretty modded out. It's the first one I've seen with the rear end on it. So did you do that, or was that full potential? Or
it was full potential. We have to design it together, and I actually just got the car back Friday night, right before the run.
Friday night, okay.
And
so
you put the Hollander exhaust on, and you know, the rear axle holder, and then I have the Hollander mount on the side there with the front axle.
Okay, so you have the Hollander spare axle behind the kick plate there.
Yep. And then the other side, I got 2 spare tire rods, the same, you know, Hollander package.
All right, so let's talk about this rear end first. So it looks like a bolt-on solution.
Yeah.
Now, are they making this, or you had it custom made?
Well, mine was the first one off, but he saved, you know, the file, so the next one's going to be a lot easier.
Okay.
So full potential, we'll be able to put these together for you.
Full bed delete. Now, do you notice any decrease in temperatures because of that?
Well, I've done all of the extra cooling, and I can't really tell. The car's running really cool, all temperatures.
Okay.
That's the intercooler there.
Oh, that's the intercooler.
That's from
Okay.
Turbo, so it piggybacks onto the factory intercooler.
Okay. And then you have RPM brushless fans.
Yep, and then the Hollander radiator lift.
Okay. So you got the radiator lift, and then
I got the Morgan Motorsports front oil cooler.
okay. And then before I go over your axles, which are really neat, you have the best way to show what full potential is doing here. So they've got a hose going from your passenger side inlet in the rear, and then that's an inline fan right there, isn't it?
Correct, and it's wired into your ignition, so it turns on automatically.
Okay, and then it goes down and it goes into both Ys.
Correct.
Right? Into your clutch case. And then they have like a little Mohawk deal.
That's the exhaust.
And that blows the air out.
Correct.
And then inside there's push turbo has about what, $1,800 worth of internals on the clutch.
Yeah, it has the full push turbo package, and they also do a little clearancing inside the clutch cover, and they machine off about 1/8 of an inch on the secondary to allow it to fully float.
Okay.
So that helps with the alignment.
And then it's a full delete of this inlet over here.
Yep.
Okay. And then so what is the cost on doing this whole inlet clutch, you know, modification?
I think full potential charges right around $3,000.
Okay.
And what's nice is they do on their dyno a pre, so they register what your belt temperature is. They do their whole modification, and then they prove to you that it cools it substantially. And it lowered it about 90 degrees. It's pretty substantial.
So it's $3,000 or 15 belts, however you want to look at it.
Right.
And I'm on my 12th belt, so yeah. Okay, that's awesome, man. And then let's see what else. Oh, let's talk about your axles. So your axles are completely wrapped.
Yeah, it's just an old racer trick that I used to do with my 1612 car. And
Yeah.
all it takes is one good rock to hit your axle, and then you have a stress riser, and you're going to break your axles. So
Right.
These float because, you know, we got plunging axles, but it protects the axles from any rocks flying out.
And what's that made out of?
It's just, you know, a rubber tube you slit in half, and then, you know, wrap it with electrical tape.
Okay, awesome. That's cool. And then you've got the Hollander exhaust.
Yep. And part of the mod at full potential, they did a really nice support here holding the muffler. And what's nice about Hollander, plus it's, you know, a really nice stainless steel welded exhaust, but it has the flex line here and a really heavy duty flange. You know, you probably know that a lot of people have been breaking their exhaust right there.
Yep.
So I think what Brandon did there really solved that problem.
Yep. Then you got a cover there to cool off your turbo a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a
little heat shield.
I think it's a Type 5 turbo cover.
All right. What else did you do to your car? I mean, this is
I just put the Mtron system on it.
She's got a beautiful rear end.
Yep.
So you got the Mtron ECU, and How's that helping you out?
It seems to be going good. We were putting everything together late Friday night, so they just put the stock tune in. I'm going through a little bit more gas than I normally do.
Yep.
So I'm going to go back Monday and we're going to fine tune it and on the dyno.
Oh, and I thought about doing this because I had to fill my.
Yeah. Otherwise you got to pull the whole fender off.
You got to pull the whole fender off. Now on the Diablos they have an access panel. I'll show that to you in a second. Yeah. But this is your power steering. Now, have you done anything to your power steering?
I put the Hollander pressure retention valve on the pump.
Okay, but you haven't changed to electric assist.
I do have electric assist on it too.
Speed or Hollander?
Speed.
Okay, so do I. All right, so yeah, if you want to change your power steering fluid, you can do that, which I'm about to do, or something like that. Or if you have a Diablo, they have a access panel, so you don't have to do that. So that's cool. They've updated the car. Hopefully they update the El Jefes. I'm gonna follow you. No. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. Now I pulled my whole fender off to top off my power steering fluid. But yeah, so this car rips. Steve's car is really nice. Set up for Nora. All right, I'm here with Keith Berg. You probably seen him on the Facebook posts and stuff like that, but his car is probably the most legit car I've seen out here. It looks pretty rad with the 35-inch tensors. Let me give you a good look at that. Looks good going down the road, front and back. How are those tensors holding up?
Hold up great. So these have about 1,100 miles on them, and they're holding up fantastic. So.
All right, so tell us about your shocks.
So I was having a little bit of an issue in the chatter, just kind of a rough ride. So I took it to a friend, Shock Talk. His name's Carl, down in Glamis. He's out of Yuma. I think he was one of the second people to pull the shocks apart. Made a bunch of adjustments. The nice thing about Shock Talk is he'll take the car out when he's done doing the work and test it and keep doing that until he gets it right. So end result, chatter bumps like a Cadillac with these shocks. So we're really, really happy with the work. So
all right, now let's talk about your bumper, because you have a different bumper there.
You know, I don't even know where I got that. No idea where I bought it. I'd have to look it up. What happened was I had a guy take off at a stop sign and then stop, and I was looking and I hit him with the stock one.
Oh.
And it bent it. So I wanted to get one a little bit beefier.
I think it looks, dude, that is the most legit bumper I've seen yet.
So I'll look up who I got it from and I'll let you post.
All right, so tell us about the windshield now.
So the windshield, I do a lot of riding up in Colorado where it rains and all that stuff. So I wanted something that I could flip the windshield up when it's not raining and down when it is. So got with a buddy. He designed this system. It's 35-pound struts. So when I'm cruising in Glamis, 70 miles an hour on Sand Highway, this thing doesn't move.
So did you take the stock? Is this
This is all new.
All new, okay. All new. And who made it?
Cab Fab.
Cab Fab, okay.
Yep.
All right. So when I post this video, I might ask you to post some contact information.
So I will, and I'll get you links to his information, and then the bumper as well.
All right, let's see what you got going on inside the car. You got an iPad mount. What kind of mount is that?
That is Axia.
And we got Todd Taylor in the car.
Hey.
What's your Instagram?
Todd Taylor Images.
Okay, so check him out because he did a lot of content on this ride. So you got PTT right here.
Yep.
And then phone mount.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Got phone mount right there.
Phone mount there. Can't remember the guy that got this, but he's all over the Speed sites.
Yep, key holder.
Yep. You know, everything else in the car is accessory.
Chupacabra brackets.
Chupacabra risers.
Yep, I put those in my car. Then you've got aux beam is the one you went with.
Yep, that's aux beam.
Then you have a rear windshield.
Yep, and that's from Vant Racing.
PCI pumper, and then kind of standard speed stuff back here.
Yeah,
Did you do anything to fortify the
So I went to Full Potential Motorsports up in Bullhead City. I was having a lot of problems with CVT heat
Me
up.
too, yep.
So I couldn't go more than a mile at over 50 without hitting 230 to 240. So I took it up to those guys. What they do is they separate the fresh air intakes on it.
Yeah.
They put an inline fan in it. They machine the sheaves. They put this little deal in here. The guts are all tap clutch. They put in a high power water pump and a Bosch fuel pressure switch.
And what is the cost on that?
It's about $4,500
to do the whole thing.
Yep. But for me, it was, what do I do? You know, sell the car or make it the way I want?
It's either $4,500 or how many belts is that? Because I'm on my 12th belt.
Right. So, but now, I mean, on this ride, the hottest I've seen it is 192.
Perfect. Stock exhaust?
Stock exhaust. I put the sliders in the axles.
Yep, I got that too. Yep.
You lose a little grease, but it's pretty easy to grease the back axle.
Yep. All right, man. Overall, your car, I think, is the coolest car I've seen.
Well, I appreciate that.
So thank you for going through it with us.
Thank you. Love the car. Absolutely love the car.
Awesome. Our Sunday ride was just that. It was smooth, it was easy, and the weather was just perfect. I'm not gonna lie, the best part of this whole ride was being with my daughters all weekend. But what a great Speed UTV community to be able to ride with Robby, with Max, with Brian, and the whole crew. They really had it well organized, having the chopper doing all the videos. There's really cool YouTube videos from Speed. You gotta check them out. And I cannot wait to ride with the rest of the Speed owners when they get their cars. We'll see you on the next Speed UTV customer trip.